Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at Indian finance,
Okay.
more specifically L&T Finance Limited.
Interesting.
And you sent over a ton of stuff for us to look at.
Yeah.
We have financial statements,
Yeah.
investor presentations,
Okay.
even a report on their ESG efforts,
Wow. That's
which is
it says a lot.
environmental and social and governance stuff.
Okay.
They really seem to want to tell us a lot of stories.
Yeah, transparency is always good.
Some about numbers and some about their impact on the world. So
Should be interesting to see what we find.
let's see what we can uncover together.
Sounds good.
You mentioned earlier that they're publicly traded.
Yeah, that's right.
And that transparency is key.
Huge when you're dealing with other people's money.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into the numbers.
Okay.
Got the 126 F2514 12V7 4I42 81E5 B25 AS6 D8B1B.PDF open.
All right.
And looking at their profit after tax for the quarter
Okay.
ending December 31st, 2024,
Mm-hmm.
it's 625.65 crore. Now that's actually a bit lower than the same period last year.
Is it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh.
Last year was 639.37 crore.
Okay.
But for the 9 months
All right.
leading up to December 2024,
Yeah.
their profit is 2,007.58 crore,
Okay.
which is significantly higher than last year.
How much higher?
1,764.11 crore the previous year.
Okay.
So, I mean, what's the story there?
Well, I mean,
Are they slowing down or speeding up?
it's not unusual
Yeah.
for companies to see
Okay.
fluctuations in their quarterly profits.
Right.
Could be a lot of factors there.
Mhm.
But the fact that their 9-month profit is up so much suggests they're still on a growth trajectory.
Okay.
Also need to remember these figures come with something called a limited review report from the auditors.
All right.
This means it hasn't gone through the full rigorous audit process like the annual reports do.
Gotcha. So it's like kind of a quick checkup.
Exactly.
Not the full body scan.
Exactly. Pretty standard for quarterly reports.
Right.
Investors usually take it with a grain of salt,
Sure.
knowing that the full audit is coming later.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed in 51347D3 EACC6 4AC7 ED7 D7 D64 K7 CF.PDF,
Okay.
they mentioned using a macro-prudential provision to handle credit risks,
Interesting.
especially in their rural and microfinance loans.
Okay.
What does that even mean
Yeah.
in plain English?
It's a savvy move.
Okay.
Especially in the current economic climate.
Yeah.
A macroprudential provision is basically like setting aside extra funds to cover potential losses from loans that might go bad.
Okay.
Think of it like a rainy day fund.
Gotcha.
Specifically for loan defaults.
All right.
So they're being proactive. They recognize that certain segments,
Okay.
like rural and microfinance,
Yeah.
could be more vulnerable if the economy takes a downturn.
So they're padding their armor, so to speak.
Precisely.
Okay.
This approach might also signal to investors that they're carefully managing risk,
Interesting.
which can be reassuring in uncertain times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, they also boasted about
Okay.
their new credit scoring system, Project Cyclops.
Project Cyclops.
And from the data,
All right.
in their two-wheeler loan portfolio,
Okay.
it seems to be working.
Good.
They mentioned a reduction
All right.
in net zero plus
Net zero plus.
by 120 basis points
Wow.
in just 4 months.
That's significant.
So first of all, what does net zero plus even mean?
Sure. So net zero plus refers to the percentage of loans
Okay.
that are overdue by more than 0 days.
Gotcha.
So a drop in that
Okay.
means fewer loans are becoming delinquent.
Right.
And a 120 basis point drop in 4 months is pretty significant.
Yeah.
It means their new system is doing a better job of identifying borrowers who are less likely to default.
So Project Cyclops is like their
Yeah.
secret weapon for making smarter lending decisions.
You could say that.
Okay.
It seems to be helping them manage risk more effectively, which ultimately benefits both the company and their borrowers.
So they're making money,
Yeah.
albeit a bit unevenly,
It happens.
and they're taking steps to manage risk.
Mm-hmm.
But let's switch gears a bit.
Okay.
They also sent over this report on their ESG initiatives,
Right.
which seems a bit out of the ordinary for a finance company.
Yeah, it might seem surprising at first,
Yeah?
but it reflects a growing trend.
Really?
Investors and customers are increasingly looking beyond profits
Interesting.
and considering a company's impact on the environment and society.
So it's not just about doing good.
Right.
It's also about good business.
Exactly. A strong ESG profile can attract investors, improve a company's reputation,
Yeah.
and even mitigate risks.
Okay.
Think of it as a way of future-proofing the business.
Future-proofing. I like that.
Yeah,
And it looks like L&T Finance is going all in on ESG.
seems like it.
They even got the Mahatma Award for ESG excellence.
Oh, wow.
You don't see that every day.
Impressive.
So what do you make of that? Is it just for show, or are they walking the walk?
Awards are always nice, but it's important to look beyond the accolades and see what's actually happening on the ground. So let's delve into their specific initiatives,
Good.
see if their actions actually match their aspirations.
All right, so let's dive into that ESG report.
Let's do it.
One thing that jumps out at me is their social initiatives,
Okay.
especially in rural communities.
Mm-hmm.
They're training women to become entrepreneurs,
That's great.
promoting financial literacy,
Wow.
even providing disaster relief. It's like they're trying to weave social impact into their business.
That's key. It's not just about separate philanthropy.
Right.
It's about integrating social and environmental considerations into your core operations.
And they've got all these interesting projects going on.
Right. What?
Project Prakriti, for instance,
Project Prakriti.
where they've planted over 2 lakh trees.
Wow.
They even had a third party come in and do a census
Really?
to make sure they're surviving. So it's not just planting.
Yeah.
It's making sure those trees actually grow.
Yeah, taking a long-term view.
Then there's Jalvepov,
Delfapov.
which focuses on water conservation,
Interesting.
building check dams,
Okay.
teaching farmers about efficient irrigation techniques.
Smart.
I mean, it's a clever way to address a critical issue in India
Absolutely.
while also mitigating risk to their business.
Exactly. Water scarcity is a major concern.
Yeah.
And by addressing it proactively,
Yeah.
they're not only helping communities, but also protecting their own investments.
It's like they're realizing that their financial well-being is tied to the well-being of the communities they serve.
That's a fundamental shift in thinking
Right.
that's driving the whole ESG movement.
All right. We've covered their financials,
Mhm.
gotten a taste of their social and environmental efforts.
Yeah.
But before we go any further,
Sure.
I'm curious about one more thing.
What's that?
Their corporate governance.
Oh, yeah.
How is this company actually run? What are their leadership values?
That's crucial.
Yeah.
It often gets overlooked.
Yeah.
Strong corporate governance is the foundation of a sustainable and trustworthy business.
Okay.
It's about having clear ethical guidelines,
Yeah.
transparent decision-making processes, and a diverse board of directors that can provide a range of perspectives.
Well, looking at 51347D3E, 8CC6, 4EC4, 8A7E, 97D7, D64K7CF.PDF again.
Okay.
They seem to have a fairly diverse board
Good.
with experience in a bunch of different sectors.
That's good.
They also have a whole section on their website dedicated to corporate governance,
Okay.
outlining their policies and practices.
So it seems like they're at least trying to be transparent.
It seems that way.
Yeah, but the real test is whether those policies are actually put into practice.
That's true.
We need to dig a bit deeper to
Yeah.
understand their corporate culture and how those values translate into day-to-day operations.
Transparency is key,
Absolutely.
but it's got to be more than just words on a website.
For sure.
Actions speak louder. Right?
Way louder.
So where do we go from here?
Well, we've laid the groundwork.
Okay.
We've seen their financials,
Yeah.
gotten a glimpse of their ESG initiatives, and peeked into their corporate governance structure.
Okay.
Now let's take a closer look at whether they're walking the walk or just talking the talk.
Sounds like we're ready for part 2 with this deep dive.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned, everyone, because we're about to get into the nitty-gritty and see what L&T Finance is really made of.
Can't wait. Welcome back to our deep dive into L&T Finance.
All right, so it's time to put those awards and reports to the test.
Yeah, let's see what they're really doing.
All those impressive initiatives,
Mm-hmm.
do they actually hold up under scrutiny?
Good question.
Let's start with their social impact claims.
Okay.
In 51347D3E, 8CC6, 4EC4, 8A7E, 97C7, D64, KK7, CF.PDF, they talk about training over 17,000 rural women
Oh, yeah.
to become micro-entrepreneurs,
That's great.
earning an average monthly income of €10,000 or 15,000.
Wow. That sounds great on the surface.
Yeah. But I'm wondering about the long-term sustainability.
Right.
Are these women actually equipped to build thriving businesses?
That's the key.
Yeah.
Providing training is a good first step,
Right.
but it's not enough to just equip them with skills.
Yeah. What else is?
We need to look at the support systems in place.
Okay.
Do they have access to markets,
Right.
capital,
Mhm.
continued guidance
Yeah.
to help them navigate the challenges of running a business?
Okay. So Are these opportunities actually leading to
Right.
lasting economic empowerment?
That's what we need to find out.
They also mention a social return on investment study,
Interesting.
claiming a whopping 123 return for every euro 1 invested.
Wow.
I mean, that sounds almost too good to be true.
Yeah, how do they?
Yeah, how do they even measure something like that?
SROI calculations can be tricky.
Okay.
It's all about how you quantify social value.
Right.
What metrics are they using?
Hmm.
What assumptions are built into their model? Without a clear understanding of their methodology, it's difficult to assess the validity of that claim.
So a healthy dose of skepticism is warranted.
Always a good idea.
Now, their focus on digital and financial inclusion also caught my eye.
Okay.
They're setting up those digital Seva Kendras to bring digital services to rural communities.
Good idea.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
But are these centers truly user-friendly?
Right.
What about people who aren't tech-savvy?
Accessibility is key.
Yeah.
Digital inclusion can't just be about providing technology.
Okay.
It's about ensuring that everyone can use it effectively,
All
regardless of their digital literacy.
right.
Yeah. Are they providing training and support?
Right.
Are these centers designed with the needs of diverse users in mind?
Those are important considerations.
Very.
They also talk about training young people
Okay.
for jobs in the banking and finance sector. Again, a good initiative.
Yeah.
But are these training programs aligned with the actual demands of the industry?
Are they actually leading to real job placements?
That's the ultimate measure of success for any job training program, right?
Couldn't agree more.
It's not just about acquiring skills.
Right.
It's about connecting those skills
Yeah.
with actual employment opportunities.
Exactly. Are they building partnerships with companies
Yeah,
to facilitate job placements?
good point.
Are they tracking the long-term career trajectories of their trainees?
Okay, let's move on to their environmental initiatives.
Right.
Project Prakriti, with its thousands of trees planted. Sounds impressive.
Yeah.
But is it more than just a feel-good PR move?
Yeah. Good question.
Are they planting the right trees in the right places?
Yeah. Are they engaging local communities in the process?
Those are all good points.
Tree planting can be a valuable tool for environmental restoration.
Yeah.
But it needs to be done strategically.
So are they considering biodiversity?
Right.
Are they choosing native species? Are they ensuring that these trees will thrive in the long term?
It's all connected.
I mean, a third-party census is a good sign
Yeah.
that they're monitoring the survival rate. But it's only one piece of the puzzle.
It is.
It's about the bigger ecological picture.
Absolutely.
Now, they also talk about Jalvavav,
Okay.
their water conservation initiative,
Right.
building check dams and promoting efficient irrigation techniques.
Yeah.
Seem like practical solutions.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm wondering about the scale and impact. Are they actually making a dent in the water scarcity problem?
Well, to assess the impact,
Yeah.
we need data.
Okay, what kind of data?
How many check dams have they built?
Right.
What's the water storage capacity? Have they measured the impact on groundwater levels?
Okay.
Are they involving local communities in water management practices?
So it all comes back to transparency.
It always does.
Data is key
Absolutely essential.
to understanding the real impact.
Yeah.
Now, they also mentioned providing disaster relief
Okay.
to over 3.5 lakh beneficiaries.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
It is.
That's commendable.
It is.
But are they getting the right aid to the
Yeah.
right people at the right time?
Right. It's about more than just financial aid.
It is. Disaster relief is about effective coordination,
Right.
logistical efficiency, and understanding the specific needs of the affected communities.
So are they collaborating with local organizations?
Good point.
Are they ensuring that their aid is culturally sensitive and reaches the most vulnerable populations?
Those are all crucial aspects.
It's about being part of the solution,
Right.
not just throwing money at the problem.
Exactly.
I was also intrigued by their claim of reducing freshwater usage at their headquarters
Okay.
by over 60%
Wow.
by revamping their sewage treatment plant.
That's significant.
That sounds like a real achievement.
It is. It's encouraging to see them addressing their own environmental footprint. Reducing water consumption is a key aspect of corporate sustainability.
Yeah, but I'd be curious to know more about the technology they're using. How are they measuring and monitoring their water usage? Are they setting targets for further reduction?
Important questions.
It seems like they're taking steps in the right direction.
It does.
But there are still a lot of questions about the depth and effectiveness of their efforts.
I agree.
Transparency is crucial.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about disclosing information.
Right.
It's about providing meaningful data that allows stakeholders to assess their true impact.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, L&T Finance seems to be embracing the ESG movement,
They do.
but they need to move beyond broad claims
Yeah.
and provide more specific evidence to support their social and environmental commitments.
Otherwise, it risks looking like greenwashing.
Exactly. Prioritizing appearances over actual impact.
All right, so we've examined their financials,
Yeah.
delved into their ESG initiatives,
Uh-huh.
and even peeked into their corporate governance structure.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of positives,
You have.
but also raised some critical questions. Now let's turn our attention to their digital strategy.
Okay, interesting.
They've mentioned some initiatives,
Oh, what?
like their Planet app
Okay.
and partnerships with platforms like Amazon Pay.
Right.
But what's the bigger picture?
Yeah.
Are they just trying to keep up with the fintech frenzy, or are they charting a new course?
That's a great question. The financial services landscape is changing rapidly,
It is.
and technology is at the forefront of that transformation.
Yeah.
So let's explore how L&T Finance is navigating this digital wave
Okay.
and what it means for their future.
Sounds like we're ready for part 3 of our deep dive.
Let's go.
Let's see if L&T Finance's digital strategy is truly innovative,
Mm-hmm.
or just business as usual, dressed up in a tech-savvy outfit.
I'm excited to find out.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've gone over L&T Finance's financial performance,
Yeah.
their ESG efforts,
Right.
corporate governance structure.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to look at their digital strategy. Are they just riding the fintech wave, or are they carving out their own path?
This is a good question.
I mean, they've got this Planet app.
Yeah, Planet
Seems to offer a lot of services, loan management, personalized advice.
Right.
They're also partnering with platforms like Amazon Pay and Phone Pay.
Interesting.
Is this just a way to stay relevant, or are they truly innovating?
Well, I think their Planet app could be a strategic move.
Okay, how so?
It gives them a direct channel to their customers, allows them to offer a more personalized and convenient experience.
Right.
And by partnering with these popular platforms, they're reaching a wider audience,
Okay.
potentially tapping into customer segments they might not have reached before.
So they're trying to be like a one-stop shop
Yeah,
for all your financial needs.
it seems so.
Right from your phone.
Exactly. They're aiming to create a digital ecosystem
Okay.
that goes beyond just basic transactions.
So they're not just trying to keep up.
It doesn't seem like it.
They're trying to lead the way.
I think so. They've even got this AI-powered virtual home loan advisor
Oh, wow.
called KAI.
KAI.
It's interesting to see how they're integrating technology to streamline processes and enhance that customer experience.
But is that enough
I mean,
to compete in the fintech world?
it's tough out there.
I mean, these startups are so nimble.
Yeah, they are.
They're laser focused, and they're constantly innovating.
It's true. Can L&T Finance, with its legacy structure, keep up?
That's the big question.
I think they have a few advantages, though.
Like what?
Strong brand reputation,
Yeah.
vast customer base,
Mm-hmm.
and a deep understanding of the Indian market.
Especially in those rural areas.
Precisely.
So they've got that groundwork laid,
Yeah, but can they adapt quickly enough?
right, to keep pace with the digital world.
It's moving fast.
Well, so what's their strategy?
It seems to be about leveraging those existing strengths while embracing new technologies.
That makes sense.
Remember that API-first infrastructure they mentioned? That's a sign that they're thinking about interoperability,
Okay.
creating a system that can easily integrate with other platforms.
So it's not about building a walled garden.
Right.
It's about being part of that ecosystem.
Exactly. And in the future of finance,
Yeah.
collaboration and interconnectedness are going to be key.
And they're placing a lot of emphasis on data analytics.
That's smart. Data is the new currency in the financial world.
They're sitting on a treasure trove of data
Right.
from all their operations, customer interactions.
But data without insights is meaningless.
So are they equipped to extract those insights
That's the question.
and use it to make smarter decisions?
They need to build the analytical capabilities
Yeah.
to understand customer behavior,
Right.
identify trends, and personalize those offerings.
Okay, so data-driven decision-making.
Absolutely. Crucial for success.
And we can't forget about the ethical considerations.
Oh, of course not.
Data privacy.
Huge.
Are they using this data responsibly?
Yeah, are they being transparent with their customers about how that data is being used?
That's got to be a key part of any digital strategy.
Couldn't agree more. Building trust is paramount in this industry.
Absolutely.
They need to make sure they're complying with regulations, protecting customer data,
Right.
and using it in a way that benefits both the company and their customers.
Okay, so we've analyzed their financials,
We have.
scrutinized their ESG claims, peeked into their corporate governance, dissected their digital strategy.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
So what's the final verdict?
Whoa.
Is L&T Finance a trailblazer in Indian finance? Or are they going to be left behind?
It's clear that they're making a conscious effort to adapt.
Wow.
They're embracing digital transformation,
Yeah.
emphasizing financial inclusion, and trying to integrate sustainability into their operations.
So are they there yet?
It's a journey,
Right.
not a destination.
They've got the potential,
They do.
but they need to move fast.
Yeah, the financial landscape is changing faster than ever.
And standing still is not an option.
It's a race against time.
So they need to accelerate that digital transformation,
Yeah.
deepen their customer understanding, and really embed sustainability into everything they do.
Only then can they truly claim to be a leader in the future of Indian finance.
And that is the end of our deep dives into L&T Finance.
We did it.
We uncovered their ambitions, their challenges,
For sure.
and their potential.
A lot of potential.
But ultimately, it's up to them to write the next chapter.
It is. They've got the pen in their hand.
We've given you the tools and the insights.
But now it's your turn.
It's up to you to form your own conclusions.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning
Keep demanding more.
from the companies that shape our financial world.
That's how we make a difference.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive,
It's been a pleasure.
and we'll see you next time.
Until then.